Okay, good morning. It is Thursday, and I'm not sure if you're ready for me. And I'm like, I'm gonna wait to see who my audience is. But anyway, I mean, I'll be a little tough with a little love. But here's the thing: every once in a while, you just hit a limit, and you're just like, okay, enough is enough, and or something will click with you, or it's like, yeah, this is what I'm seeing. And as leaders, we have got to tell you guys what we're seeing. And this is this is what happens, you guys. I start talking and it's nothing about what I was going to talk about. Um, but here's the thing. I will talk with my team a lot, and I believe there are a lot of things that are an integrity issue, okay? Because here's the thing, we bring on customers and we say, hey, we're going to help you with your health goals. We're going to help you reach them. We're going to coach you along. We have the best team. We have the best products. And then you don't help them. Like, I can't tell you how many people will sometimes avoid that even. Okay, like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm really good at coaching with the products or whatever. Well, guess what, you're never going to be good unless you try and start doing it. And that's why you have somebody to help you. There's always somebody, even if they're not in the chat, there's always somebody that can help you. People reach out to me all the time and I help them, funny thing, we help each other. um so that's so when we don't follow through and really help people with their products, okay, so I'm talking products right now, that's an integrity issue to me. I am all about integrity and doing what we say we're going to do. Now, does that mean that I'm perfect? Hell no. Just ask just ask my family, or you know what I mean? I'm not, right? So everything that I say here, do I do it perfectly? I don't. Okay. I just want you to know that. But my goal is always to hit there, right? And I've also learned to I have it, the more you have an awareness about something and then you change it immediately, like that's growth, right? That's integrity, right? Okay. So we sell ourselves, our team, and our products with integrity. I'm going to help you. And when you don't do that, you break trust with yourself and you are not following through. And that's why people dislike network marketing. I mean, that's what I think, okay? Because we don't do what we say we're going to do, or we overpromise. How about that? Eric Worre tells us the truth is enough. Like, stop trying to make things seem easier or better or faster or more glorious than they are. The truth is okay. All right, so that's the customer part. Okay, business-wise, you bring on somebody, okay, and you say, hey, I'm going to help you build a business. You know what? We have systems. I've done it before. Let's do this together. Do, whatever. And then you're not really helping them. You're not going in the chat every day and giving them business building tips. Hey, why don't you try this? This is what I was thinking about. Hey, let's brainstorm. Remember when I said you need to be willing, coachable, and shoot, what's the other one? Hungry. Okay. Something like that. I don't know. And you're not, and so part of integrity is kind of what Nicole was talking about, is we need to be the leaders that we told them we were going to be. And sometimes, oh, this is a good transition. Sometimes that's uncomfortable. Ooh, oh gosh, hey, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. Okay. You said you wanted to build this business and you're not really doing it like you should. You're not really putting the time in. What you're doing isn't moving forward. Let's figure something else out instead of doing the same old crap and it not, bringing fruit, right? But we have integrity as a leader to tell people these things, right? And again, it's uncomfortable. So that's my transition. So that was, Jen, for you, that was extra credit. Okay. So I wasn't even going to talk about that, but that's where it went. And that's why I love Power 30, because I don't know. I do. I love Power 30, and I love that you guys hop on. And so thank you. All right. So what I was watching a reel. I love watching reels. Because there's so much truth in it. You know what? There's so much truth and so much that we bring in. But anyway, this one. So really, what do you think? Okay, participation, and I can't always type in the chat. I'm just going to be honest when I'm watching, right? But what do you think the number one thing that holds people back? I mean, fill in the blank, right? With anything, fill in the blank. What do you think the number one thing is that holds people back? All right. Fear of the unknown, overthinking, self-doubt, money, fear. Oh, you guys are good this morning. Like, you guys get a gold star, low confidence. If you guys are in any of my chats, you all know when something goes great, I have this little, you get a gold star. Like, that's my little thing. I don't know who wouldn't want to do this with us, you guys. I'm telling you, like, we work hard, but we have fun. Like, who doesn't want this? Anyway, get potentials on Power 30, okay? That's more extra credit. We can invite people to Power 30. We can invite people to lunches that we have. We can, invite. Okay, so the number one, the number one thing that holds people back is familiarity. Okay, because familiarity feels, that's kind of a hard word to say. Words are hard. It feels safe, it feels comfortable, it's like your little comfy zone. So when things are familiar, that keeps you small. Familiarity, and that just keeps people small, right? And here's the thing. If you want to, so wait, let's just talk about that 1 second. So I think that is something that as leaders, we need to constantly speak to when we bring people on. And honestly, I feel like everything that that we talk about can go towards the products and towards the business, right? People don't want to try gut health. I don't know. Gut health supplements, what are you doing? I remember when Alita first started with Plexus, we were in a Bible study together. And like, she's like talking about this pink drink, and she wasn't going to be able to do Bible study on one certain night because she was doing book study with these Plexus people. I'm like, what is going on? Right? It was so unfamiliar to me, and I didn't like it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Literally, this is what I said and thought. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm not doing it. It was a game on challenge. Like, no matter what, I'm not doing it. That is ridiculous. Like, that is the unfamiliar. I had no idea what she was doing. Okay. Right. And then the same thing with the business. People don't understand network marketing. They think of old network marketing. They are familiar with going to high school, going to college, maybe trade school, getting a college degree, and then you go work a 9 to 5, and you might as well just dig your grave and die now. That is like, oh my gosh, but that's what we've all done. I did that, right? But it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful that I was able to, eventually open up my mind, and Alita just kept plugging away. That's the integrity. She just kept plugging away, and she got me out of my comfort zone. You think I wasn't out of my comfort zone when she stole my phone, right? And went live on my page and said, Cheryl, tell me about these products that just came in the mail. Like, oh, Right? Like, yeah, could I have eventually deleted it or something? But no, like, we have to help people get out of the familiar because we know how amazing this opportunity is, but it's different. It's not familiar. It's outside of people's comfort zone. But here's the thing, if we want to achieve something spectacular, you probably have to leave what's familiar. And here's the thing that I think is such a big concept. And I also think that people don't understand, right? It's not that there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5. It's not that there's anything wrong with what's familiar or your friends or your habits or who you grew up with or your circles or things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Did I have a good life before Plexus? Yeah, but it was just that little familiar, life. But on the inside, I was very unhappy and was not even acknowledging it, right? That's half the battle, right? I just like I didn't realize that, okay, because I was familiar. I didn't realize that until I knew something different, right? Um, but this is what happens. Okay, Ray, I'm gonna say this. I think I'm gonna say it 3 times. Okay, ready? Comfort caps potential. Okay, you guys, our comfort caps the potential that we could have in all of life, in business, in relationships, in anything, right? Our comfort caps our potential in the business, right? And this is, and I've done stories on this, I've talked about this. Too many people settle for average. Average is so mediocre, right? We don't want mediocre lives. But here's the thing, we've got to cast that out to people, right? And that actually was something that I did this morning. Because I have a new level 2 business builder. And and again, I've done it on, well, I'll get on calls with 1s and 2s and all that stuff. And even then, you can cast this vision in those calls, especially when you're face to face, right? Or this particular person is so new. So I was just like, I thought, oh my gosh, like we have to vision cast now. She's so excited. And I was like, tell me what are you gonna do with that first $500 that you make? Because that's a big deal. I'm letting you know that's a big deal, And I kind of threw out some things and I'm like, so and so did this, and like, gosh, like, can you like even talking about that, can you feel that excitement inside of you, right? And I'm telling you, before I practically got done leaving that voice message, she came back right away. She knew exactly what I was going to do, what she was going to do, and I loved her answer. She was like, "I'm going to pay off a little bit of debt, and then I'm going to take my son to an aquarium." Oh, I was like, "Yes!" Oh my gosh, like for a single mom, like that is just, you guys, we can change somebody's life with $500, but I wanted her to dream about it. I don't want her to just think, okay, I'm posting, I'm going to my stories, I'm messaging, I'm thinking about my 20 people. You want to take it that next level, right? That's maybe, and I have said this before, okay? This is the thing. It really does matter what you say to yourself because you live it out. Alita and I and Megan have talked about this over and over again, and I still have to do it, right? I'll say, "Oh, I'm not good at vision." Well, I don't know that I say that, but anyway, like maybe I'm not the best at vision casting. Well, guess what? That's how you get better is you do it. And I am actually good at it, right? But it's just one of those things you just have to keep going over and over. You do it again and again, right? Um, I mean, I've done vision casting for some of our for what? Cancun and Maui. Like I, I have people on the call and I'm like, okay, envision yourself on a beach, Right. And Alita actually makes fun of me because the one I'm like, she was busy casting too. And I was like on a beach. I'm like, I'm in my bikini and I got like one of those beach cover-ups and it like flies off as I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, you have to do that kind of stuff. You know, you get, oh, your toes are in the sand. You know what I mean? And like you got your favorite little mocktail and you're just like holding hands, maybe walking with your favorite person, your plus one that you brought or whatever that is. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, we have to bring that to people. Like, that is so, so important. But again, that's unfamiliar. That may not be comfortable. And you know, when I'm talking about the too many people settle for average, because the unknown just feels so risky. It's just so risky, right? It's so much easier to just stay in your little comfort zone. But here's the thing, okay? This is along the lines of, remember, comfort caps potential, okay? Here, follow up to that is comfortable can cost you what's possible. Ooh, dang. Comfortable can cost you what's possible. And how sad is that? Right? So, you know, I said this wasn't going to be long because we've got mastermind, right? And that's another thing. That is something you need to strive for. When we get in these rooms of like, you know, masterminds, and you hash out the real stuff, and you want to up level your thinking and get out of that comfort zone and be in a room full of people, and we're all pulling each other up, right? But we don't want comfort to stop us from living our best life. Like, every single day, we can be better and better and better. And like, there's so many facets to this, you know, whether it's helping customers or helping builders, like, you, just because something is familiar, right? Or actually, let's put it this way, just because something is unfamiliar to somebody, you need to cast the vision for what it can be, whether it's a changed health situation, whether it's a changed financial situation. It is our job to cast that vision. It is our integrity as a leader to do what we say we're going to do and help these people see that you don't have to live your life in a cubicle, stuck in a 9 to 5, commuting, whatever. But here's the thing, you have to get uncomfortable. Here, this is something else I noticed. Like, we have this We Mean Business chat, and it's great. And I love the participation that is happening in it. But do you know how many people are in there and aren't doing anything? Like, you read it and say, oh, that's really nice. Well, bullshit. You guys, if you are not doing it, then don't even bother. Just pull yourself out of the group if you're not doing it, right? And that doesn't mean that sometimes, like, I have something like, and on here's the thing, like, I'm just gonna say it, right? I'm diamond. So if I have a post that I already want to do, I don't have to do with that in that chat. But in general, I am doing that, right? But we're doing this for you. If you're not doing it, success leaves clues. If you are not doing it, then what is even the point? If you do not take action on everything that we tell you, there is no point to it, right? And if you find that your business is not growing the way you want it, maybe you're just too comfortable. And it's just true. Like, you just have to go out there and suck. When was the last time you hosted your own opportunity event? When was the last time you went live on Facebook? When was the last time you went live in your stories? When was the last time? When was the last time? When was the last time? You're too freaking comfortable. And that's what I got. So I love you guys so much. You know that. So I I hope I wasn't too much. But anyway, I love you, and I want the best for you. And sometimes that means really pushing you. Okay. All right, you guys, have a great, let's crush. Like, we're on my team is like we are like getting it done. Like, we're on a roll. We want to do the most stuff. in the last 8 days of this month, like, it's gonna be crazy. You're just gonna see all the wins. You look for them. All right. Love you guys.